Taurus, what's going on, my beautiful Venusians? This is your girl, Miss RHW, here with a mid-month love reading for y'all. So excited. I hope y'all can feel the vibes. Okay, that was me. Okay, if y'all see my face, what you guys will see, as soon as I get my look together, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's more than likely going to be in my PJs, so don't be mad. I'm still professional. Don't play with me, okay? I got Taurus rising, so you're not going to play with me. But either way, and like, shit, y'all know. It's okay, Taurus, y'all know. Y'all don't judge me, okay? Y'all understand what it's like to be comfortable. It feels so good. So, I mean, since 2020, I think life has changed. Things have been different. I mean, business casual is in your PJs, because we've been working from home for a hot second, so... All right, aside from that tangent, we're going to be looking at what's going on in your love lives, see what we can do, see what's going on. It's like a little bit of a continuation from the seasonal messages that we had pulled for you for the beginning of Aries season, which y'all can go ahead and check out. Okay, so yes, let's see what's going on with your love lives for the half of the season. What's going on? What's going on? What's poppin' for Taurus? What's poppin'? By the way, I took the poppin' from a Capricorn because she was funny. She's watching this right now. I love you. Miss you. Talk to me sometime. Okay. Anyway, right? But why would she be cross-watching for a Taurus? Who knows? People's lives are crazy. Okay, so we already started out with the Ten of Pentacles. We want something to do with happily ever after. Okay, grandbabies. You know, something about the grandbabies. Coming up with grandbabies. Some of y'all that don't have any grandbabies, you're just starting out, y'all single, like young and don't have no kids. This is probably just to do with you guys getting to a good spot in your lives, right? With love, with career. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going. Damn, Aries got that card. Okay. 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 Damn. Okay. All right. Listen, I cannot be mad at these cards, though. Gosh. Gotta move this stuff, y'all, because I need more spaces. I got plenty of space. I don't know. I just be loving to look at my stuff. But anyway. I should probably have never told y'all that I was a Taurus rising, because y'all be like, we know. We vibe with it. Oh, hell, we go. No play. Don't be mad at me, Taurus. Okay. 8 of Wands, yo. Things are about to pick up for you guys. I don't know what is going on with y'all's energy, but y'all, it's about to get real quick. Hot and real quick. Okay, 8 of Cups, though. The fuck? The Sun. Damn. Okay, something was very clear to you guys that was just whatever wasn't working is not working. It wasn't working from the start. Whatever. I think there was a pathway to happiness that y'all had taken, or you seen that things were clearing up, things were easy, things were starting to make more sense. There was no hiding anything, nothing being obscured, but you just could not overlook the dissatisfaction. The 8 of Cups. Something just was not giving what it was supposed to give, y'all. This is the 8 of Cups is the not giving what it's supposed to give card. And I stole that from a Cancer. My wonderful mentor. Love her to death. Miss Queen. So if she's watching this, I love you, girl. She probably wouldn't, but still. But it was not giving what it was supposed to give with that one. Okay? But now, I feel like maybe you had dismissed whatever that wasn't so satisfying, and are taking strides to make remedies for it, and it's starting to pick up momentum. So it's starting to take, it's starting to manifest, or start to pick up speed, and it coming to you and coming into your life, which is really, really nice. Really, really nice indeed. It's just this energy here that's slow as fuck. Earth energy is just slow as absolute molasses. It is the slowest energy in the whole deck. Slowest energy. So you got one of the fastest with the most slowest. I say the fastest would be Swords. I don't care what anybody says. There's even something I'm reading that's suggesting that Wands is the fastest. No. Mm-mm. Now, I believe that maybe wands is fast in the sense of the nature of it being felt. Like you, when you get that spark of passion or energy, that shit hits you quick, and then it kills, it dies quick. You know what I mean? Like that energy kind of just wanes really quickly. So in that sense, fine. It could be it could be the fastest. It could be considered what I said, one of the fastest. But there's no competition with the slowest energy here. No. Like the second slowest energy would be the cups, which you got two here. So you got slow, this slowing up a bit, like less, it's starting to pick up speed. Something to do with communication that will push this conversation, push things to be a lot quicker. But it's got to be on his terms, okay? So this is something that's kind of outside your energy, something that has to do with somebody else's, okay? And that's a little bit of annoying because this is like the man of approval. And anyway, he's got to approve the cycle in order for it to actually, be a thing. But if he's stubborn about stuff, he's trying to, be all hard and shit, it's going to be hard for you to get what you want done. But anyway, back to the reading. Things about to pick up for you. The question at hand has to do with the Ten of Pentacles. This has something to do with you feeling happy all around. I feel like this is to do with finances, with family, your loving relationships. Like this has got to do with like seeing, like building a future that actually can support a legacy. Because the reason why I say that, your reason for asking has the Ace of Pentacles in it. So this to me suggests that for a lot of you guys, you are trying to start something. You're trying to start either a new business venture, you're trying to get something up and up with love. You're trying to like move on to the next level with love. Maybe start to be more intimate again for a lot of you too, like so for a lot of you guys. But there's somebody straight up ignoring opportunity. Somebody is either not opening up and expressing what it is that they're hung up about, or they're just like, I don't really see the Four of Cups as the oblivious card. I see that more of like the Five of Cups, but the Four of Cups is just like, well, this is the other issues that are going on, but this is what I'm considering. And they're too stubborn to get out of that mindset and just be open to where this life of theirs is leading. This is the same. I feel like it's ironic that he's underneath it because, in a way, the Four of Cups to me is stubborn. It's like, what you stubborn for? What you holding out for? What is the big deal? Move on. Get over yourself. Like that's what I feel like. At Taurus, I feel like right now you're saying the same thing. It's like, what are you doing that you need to focus so hard on this that isn't giving you any results anyway? Fours are stagnation. They're good foundations because they're, think about it. 4 legs of a table, it stabilizes so you can do stuff on it. That makes sense. But when you stay here, there's nothing that's going on. There's nothing that can be brought in. You're just working with what you currently have, and you at that point fucking around your foundation. So you're not really, you're gonna render yourself unready because you're just not seeing that the situation, the focus possibly isn't working around your foundation. It's probably working with it. So I feel like if y'all have been giving advances to somebody, they could be straight up ignoring you. Or they could just be like, well, there are some things I'm considering, or there are some other issues or hangups that I'm just not sure if I'm ready to be over yet. And that is literally out of your control, right? This would make sense why the Emperor is coming up, because at this point, you're doing all that you can to show this person that you're ready to move forward. You're ready to do some really big things. You're ready to take the situation to the next level. And this person is still lagging behind, letting their feelings get in the way. The external energy shows that there's a decision or some juggling around, and I feel like some of this could be for you too. Like some of you guys may be trying to assess what other things you guys could be doing to kind of keep yourself busy. 2 of Pentacles could also be somebody like juggling 2 things, which is why this energy here is like, well, I don't know if I'm ready to move on yet. I don't know if I'm really set. There's some things that I have some concessions on. It's like, well, figure out what the fuck those concessions are, please, because you missing out on a really good thing. This is something that could be really good. I mean, damn. Like, don't waste my time with you trying to figure it out, because you got me sitting here thinking that things could be going further, and you're not really trying to make the effort to make it go further. You're still trying to figure out which one you want to put effort and energy into. That's what I get with the 2 of Pentacles. This person is just not recognizing that they're too busy staying stagnant and not making any real progress in their lives, because they want the situation to be perfect. They want it to be exactly how they want it to be, but they don't themselves know what they want. Four of Cups doesn't mean that this person knows exactly what the fuck they want. They're sitting there pensive, trying to figure it out. What am I feeling? What am I wanting to pick up? Okay, these are kind of close. These kind of feel like things that I want to do, or areas that I want to. This is kind of what I want to feel like, but this doesn't really make me feel like it. This is kind of close. This doesn't really make me feel like it though. This doesn't really make me feel like it. And there's like a new option available ready for them to just try out and see if it's how they want it to be. But this person hasn't taken a chance yet. They're like, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I really want to do that. This is so, and they're losing apathy. This is someone that's very apathetic too. Like if this is like, there's no romance here. I feel like this is introducing romance, and stereotypically Libra is very romantic, but this is not the energy that the romantic queen is the Queen of Cups, not the Queen of Swords. She's someone who's at least a very good listener, very, very compassionate listener, but she's got boundaries. There's no working around the fact that she's got a boundary, and you're not going to cross that. She's like, I feel like she and her husband are very similar, or ex-husband, however the way that you all want to see the cards. But technically, the King and Queen of Swords are divorced. They're not together with their partner. And in that saying, the divorced people tend to not have a lot of people around them anyway. These people are, I don't want to say introverts, but they kind of give the vibes that they don't need people in their life. They love people. They truly love to be helpful, to be supportive. They love to hear new ideas. They love to share their own opinions. They like to hear other people's opinions too, she especially. But they don't need people. That's the problem with the King of Queen of Swords. Not all the time do they know the tone in which to give their truth to people, which is why sometimes people never come back to them. They just are not aware the way that they said something made them feel a certain sort of way. So this is someone who learns to curve or to turn their tone into something more deliverable. Of course, this is something over a course of time of hurt and pain that had eventually got this person to be very articulate and communicate exactly what it is that they are trying to communicate without being so blunt, harsh, cutting, very sharp. She had to learn to be very empathetic in her tone when it came to expressing her thoughts. King of Swords is just like, hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Here, I'll tell you why, and it logically makes sense, and you can decide whether or not you want to be emotional about it or not. King of Swords really doesn't give a fuck. Queen of Swords, she gives a little bit of a fuck. She's like, okay, so I didn't mean for you to feel like this. This is really what I really was trying to say. So I feel like this is like someone who's very careful about what they say, but they know they're going to say something that has something to do with the honest truth and upholding their boundaries. These are two boundary havers that I just feel like when they come together, things could get really nice or it could get really bad. So luckily for y'all, I feel like things do get better because of just all this positive energy coming this way. This is the blockage energy, I feel like. And this is someone who's just balancing situations, trying to figure out what they want to put their effort and energy into, because I don't know, maybe this person doesn't understand what it is that they're wanting to put effort into in the first place. Like, this would tell me that you do, but the external energy suggests they don't. Like, how do you forget that? You coming from 1 to 2. I mean, at this point, how did you forget? If you didn't forget, then what are you trying to do? What are we juggling? What is the issue? Which, I mean, golly, I might have pulled some cards for that. But we talked a bit about the Queen of Swords at length here because, again, this is someone that's, like, your advice is asking you to be the Queen of Swords. Your natural energy, of course, would be the Queen of Pentacles or King of Pentacles. Technically the King, because you guys are fixed energies. But I feel like, damn. I feel like you guys are just asked to be very good listeners right now. But then on the other flip side, is like when you listen compassionately, find a way for it to actually connect with with how it's going to affect you and what you are trying to do. Where you feel you're exhausting avenues, where you're feeling like your lines of crossing or approaching, or not necessarily that, but like where you feel like it's going to start getting carried away and you're going to start pulling back naturally, instead of just doing that quietly because you think people just should assume that that's what's going to happen. Because I mean, like, you are the only one, unfortunately, it seems like, that keeps that sort of receipt. Because this person has some different levels of different type of receipts that they are themselves are not communicating with you either. But this is like, okay, I need clarity. This is like a clarity boundary. It's like, okay, but so why did we have to wait this long to hear what it is that got you all hung up? Why couldn't we just talk about it? Since you don't know, maybe we should just talk about it, since talking about it helps us to process what's in our brains. Words and mind stuff has a lot to do with each other. Swords and thoughts correlate. That's just what it is. Your feelings don't really correlate with words because you have to discern them. You have to figure out what they mean for you, if that resonates. And sometimes it's trial and error, which is what this fucking card means, Four of Cups. Sometimes you got trial and error. And I feel like somebody is in your space trial and erroring, and they're projecting their trial and error versus just straight up talking about it. So there's something about this, like, okay, be kind, Taurus, but then don't be, we are all not surprised if you kind of get a little, get a little cold, because this energy, this person you're dealing with is just, they need to talk more about what it is that they need from you. And I feel like you want to show up for this person. You have been showing up for this person, but this person has not been showing up in a way that would kind of go along with your energy, that would kind of work and complement your energy. So now you got to show up as an air energy, facilitate conversation. Cardinal facilitates. Cardinal initiative is the initiative. Initiates it. So it's like, damn, you got to start the conversation. This is crazy, but trust me. Just trust this. You will not be the person to initiate it again in the future, because the way you're going to do it probably will be setting shit up for success, not for failure, but for success. It's like, okay, so why did we got to get to this place? And I don't think why is a good question, because it always starts the arguments, but like, so what can we do differently in the future that would hopefully make sure we're on the same track? Do I gotta mind read you in order for me to know that it's time for us to have a serious conversation that would put us back on the map? Or can I trust you to man up in your own way to finally just speak on your behalf about what it is that you need to be spoken about? Can I trust you to be your own advocate? Why do I have to play your advocate? Why do I gotta play these childlike games? Because I think there's no children in this reading, which is great. There's no kids. There's adults. But we got somebody here who's just trying to, I feel like maybe this is a power dynamic issue. This is a power play thing. And this person is just not willing to, they want to have the upper hand when you come in to talk about it, but they lost that opportunity to have the upper hand when you initiate a conversation. Why? Because it then could have been on their terms. It could have been on, okay, so this is what I need to have happen. This is where they could have laid in and just told you what they didn't like or what they had issues with or what have you, what they feel is missing from the situation. Whatever these cards were in the bottom, okay, like, everything was great, everything was fine, things that were brought to my attention, I didn't like it. They could have said their own terms, but if you initiate it, you don't lose power, you reclaim it, and them trying to wrestle you for it is stupid, because you had the upper hand. You started the conversation, Taurus. If you gotta do that, they have to make concessions. They gotta calm down. Come off your little high horse, because there is no reason for it. Period. Like, I just feel like the Emperor has this little complex, He has this complex about him, like, okay, this is my house, this is my rules, this is the only way that this is going to be, but you didn't do what you needed to do to start the shit off. Why did we gotta get to this point? But here's the thing, though. I'm getting angry on your behalf. I feel like right now is the best time to get all of that shit out, because the less emotion you show, the better. And I don't know why I'm saying this. I feel like this is mainly because of the lack of emotions that are already in this reading, but you playing it cold, like, cold means there's no feelings. Nothing that comes up. Get all that frustration, get all that irritation, get all of it out if you already have it. If you don't have it, you're already in the right spot. Just be like, okay, so I noticed there's something going on. Why? What's wrong with you? Get all that main business out the way. Okay, so why did we have to get to this point? Okay, but like, they tell you the meat and the potatoes. You sort out the meat and the potatoes. They like how the meat and the potatoes are sorted. You guys come into a kumbaya because you guys, because you guys come to an agreement. You see, okay, well, yeah, so you do see me. Yeah, I do see you, babe. I love you. Oh, babe, I love you too. Well, I love you too. And then the conversation calms down, it relaxes. And then somebody starts, and then I feel like you say, so in the future, are we going to do this again? Do I got to read your mind? Because I really don't like that. I'm not going to lie to you. I was so ready to leave if this was going to be a real thing. Find a way to find the humor in you literally feeling done with the situation. Because they're not recognizing they're behaving in a way that's neglectful and low-key rude. It's not polite. It's not polite. If you're invested and you're working with somebody, then you shut down on them because there's something that you need to talk about, but you didn't, and I gotta come to you and talk to you about it. You have already lost me. You're beginning to lose me. You want this relationship? You want me to be here with you? You really feel the way I feel about you? Then show up. Show up so I don't have to do that. I don't have to be this person. Because I'm not going to lie to you. If I got to do this on a record, on a repeat, if this is the pattern that we're going to keep coming up with this relationship, we gonna set ourselves way back. The Emperor is about my way or the highway. So I personally don't think this is the right way to be. The Emperor isn't always right in doing this. He just does this to protect his family, protect what's his, and take complete responsibility for the people who look up to him for protection and guidance. But I just feel like you shouldn't have to deal with that. If somebody has a problem, they need to speak up. But your advice is telling you to initiate. You see them having an issue, you see them not really talking to you about stuff, you see them creating a distance. Cut the distance in half. Get your ass up in there and start talking. And then once that situation is resolved, right, really set it to rights, get justice involved, make sure everything's clear, then put your boundaries in place. Okay, now that we got that squared and straight away, I don't like doing this. If I have to do it again, we're going to have a problem. Because then what are they going to say to you? Oh, you didn't hear what I had to say. You didn't really care about me. You just wanted to make sure that you were good. Okay, now we're gonna get that whole situation out the way. You're the one who had the problem. I brought up the fact that you had an issue. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, the situation's over. Let's not have this happen again. We obviously can't have a conversation with each other. If we can't do this. I don't want to do this. I don't like that. I statements, baby. I statements. Because Taurus, you should be the Empress, working on calming him down, being his escape or her escape or however. But if you gotta be like, what? Now I'm being treated weird because you got stuff going on and you don't know how to talk about it, man. Can you see that I'm a safe space for you or what? Do you feel like I'm a safe space for you? Because if not, then maybe we need to not do this. Because if you don't really feel safe around me, then we got a problem. I like this. Somebody's gonna start taking more action in the future. I feel like if you go in the direction where you're definitely the Queen of Swords, you hear that, you initiate the conversation because you see them having a problem. You sort the problem out thoroughly. You do not at any point cut in there before it is time. You completely 100% clear that situation up. They'll be like, okay, you're right. That probably wasn't the best way to handle it. But now I know how to handle my feelings. I know what's going on. And if I know if it's an issue with you, I'm going to bring it to you as soon as I can possibly recollect it, As soon as I can bring it to the forefront of my mind that I'm having an issue with you, I will talk to you. Perfect. That's all a bitch asked for. You know what I'm saying? That could go really, really fucking well. Because this is a card of victory. So what about the Two of Cups? Why is the Two of Cups kind of any other outcome? Four of Swords. Okay, so some of y'all, you might need a small break from this person. I don't know. The Four of Swords is about healing too, though. So the connection is healed. I feel like it's mainly because you played the bigger person. You came out the bigger person. If there was any sort of power play issue, which I feel like even though the Chariot is about victory, this is about sustaining momentum by keeping a balance between your head and your heart. And sometimes this means trying to battle something that's logical going on and trying to temper what's emotional that's going on. So there could be like you're the emotional party and they're the mental party, or vice versa. And here, because you got to initiate, you got to play the balancer. You got to kind of play the person that's keeping the Chariot um like with the keeping the amount of pressure from either side of the chariot at equal speed, so that way y'all can actually start moving towards where you guys would like to be. So sometimes that just means, okay, I'll start it off this time and I see where you're coming from. Okay, I'll try to do things better this way. But I need you to, in the back of your mind, you know what you're going to say after the situation's over. You're like, okay, cool, I can do that. I can do that. Yes, baby, I love you. I'll do anything for you because you know I love you. I hope you do anything for me too. Yeah, of course. Okay, perfect. So why did I have to do this? Why? Because I could tell that you had a problem. Can you start? I need you in the future. Not even like ask them, because this Queen of Swords, she doesn't ask questions. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles would ask questions, gonna be, give you, suss it out. She's the no. She knows everything. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords, you just need to, you know what you need, so you just say what you need. You don't know what this person needs. You just sense that there's a problem, and you speak what you sense. You speak what you're picking up. You speak what your intuition is laying down for you. But you know exactly what it is that you need. Okay, well, in the future, I think I'm going to need you to start being open, being prepared to conversate. Okay? But the Four of Swords, to me, is healing. The Four of Swords is a pause. I feel like there is a pause right now. But y'all reconnect. You are reestablishing your connection with each other. You guys are really seeing that you two both love each other deeply and care for each other very much. But it starts because somebody puts on the big girl panties. That might be you, Taurus. That might be you. Some of y'all be like, nope, that's not happening. I'm not doing it. I've already done it. Some of y'all, you don't need to do shit. This point is like, maybe you need to just find your own space, find what's good, keep your sanity at a good space for you. Let them figure it out. Let them realize that they need to come to you and talk. But I don't know about that whole process, because this could make the situation slower. You not initiating could be the Four of Swords is a hiatus or something to do with taking a break, and the Two of Cups is the connection. You guys could put the whole connection on hold by doing this, because this person may not be ready and may not ever be ready to communicate. But this does not mean that this can't go anywhere or progress and get over it if there isn't someone who's just taking that initiative and doing it. But it's up to either one of y'all. Nobody's obligated to make any sort of decisions or go any sort of direction. It's up to you at the end of the day what you decide to do with your situation. So let's take a look at your Moonology energy, see what comes up for y'all. I pulled one for Aries. Damn, took all the cards with me. Oh, a time for healing. Balsamic moon. Interesting. Balsamic vinaigrette. Okay, sorry. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next steps, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dream so you're ready when the time comes. Whoa. Damn. I'm gonna read the teachings real quick because I find this to be very interesting. Patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. It's a time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is just around the corner. no matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, which is actually, I think, during the full moon, Libra full moon, eclipse actually, it's a reminder to go a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your spiritrix, my God. It's time to step into your creatrix power. Um, the time to step into your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time you need. Baby, I swear to God, this reading is crazy. But you know what? Hopefully, this kind of helped you guys feel a little more confident about taking your situation on by the helm. Nobody gotta deal with all that. Okay. But aside from that, Taurus, I just told Aries too that eventually I'll do some extended reads and I'll pull um clarifying cards for all the cards so you kind of get a deeper understanding of the messages itself. But no, okay, this was good. I feel like this is pretty good, especially after the eclipse, and we got an idea what your mid season love life is gonna look like. So stay tuned, family. Oh, if you do find in the future that all of your signs are not posted at the same time, to go to Rumble and Odyssey, because I'm gonna have all of them posted and usually out at the same time. I don't really like that YouTube has to act stank about stuff and be like, oh well, we're gonna limit your uploadability. It could be because of their servers, it could be because of whatever. The excuses are bullshit. I don't give a damn. So you can always find me in other places, and you're always going to have your videos free for you to watch and not have to worry about waiting a day or two for that to happen. Because sometimes I'll be busy, I'll be working, and I may end up missing that day after and doing it the day after next, and that's not fair for a lot of you guys. You should not have to wait for your sign like that. So, for those of you, I think it was from like Scorpio all the way through to it was Capricorn to Pisces. I'm very sorry. I'm apologize to those signs specifically, but I just want you to know if you guys had any like moon or rising signs that you were trying to watch and you couldn't watch them because they weren't available, that is why, and I deeply apologize for that. But this is what YouTube's bologna and cheese got to offer. This is why we call these readings baby proof, because YouTube needs to be pampered, or needs to be put some pampers on, and apparently treat people like they're bigger and badder, which they need to stop that with all these competitors. You about to get replaced, bitch, basically. So ain't trying to get monetized from these videos, so I don't care. Probably never gonna see no ads on here. If you do, it's got nothing to do with me. It's got all to do with YouTube, so just be aware of that. And love y'all, okay? Until next time, I'll see y'all later on.